KIMA. And now live, this is KIMA News at 6.
Some Natchez area residents remain skeptical tonight about low-level explosives being stored in their neighborhood.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. A flap over stored low-level explosives at a Department of Transportation maintenance facility west of Natchez has yet to be defused.
Residents near the junction of White and Chinook Passes have voiced concern over 2 storage magazines maintained at the site by the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco and Firearms. Chris, who wants his identity concealed, has family living near the magazines.
Why is the ATF storing explosives that aren't guarded? There was already an attempted burglary, which they call vandalism. They are easily accessible to anyone that wants to go up there, and the type of people that they draw being unguarded is unsafe to the community around there.
The containers have been used to store evidence for local criminal investigations for several years without incident. Only recently did their location surface. While DOT officials declined public comment, Carson Carroll, Assistant Special Agent in charge for ATF, told KIMA News it's never been a safety issue, but now it's become a PR issue. As a result, Carroll says all potentially explosive materials have been removed from the Natchez magazines and taken to another site out of county. But Chris isn't buying. ATF has told us that the explosives have since been removed.
They say they have moved it, and if they have, they hauled it away in the trunk of a car. I think that was a big smoke screen and nothing's been moved.
So the bottom line is, what do residents want out there?
They not only want the hazardous materials and explosives removed, they would like the containers removed completely and an assurance that no other materials like that will be stored there.
Carroll told KIMA we're working with the state, assessing the situation and looking at other possible sites for storage. He offered no assurance that explosives will not be held in the Natchez magazines in the future. Carroll says the ATF is about protecting the safety of the public and not endangering it. He said the magazine storage exceeds all state and federal safety standards. The storage of explosives at the DOT site was approved by the Department of Labor and Industries, which oversees such storage sites. Sterling Nixon, resident ATF agent in charge, says the agency plans to talk to residents about the magazines and will hold a public forum.
Governor Gary Locke wants a speedy resolution to the Yakima Nation's alcohol tax. He met with Indian leaders in Toppenish today in hopes of postponing a tribal tax on alcohol sold on the reservation. It went into effect this week to raise money for treatment programs. The Attorney General's office questions the legality of the tax, and the state of Washington is strongly opposed to it.
But nonetheless, what we want to do with the Yakimas is to work together to address the issue of alcoholism without having to resort to this tax.
The tribe says any moratorium should be mutual, meaning the state stops seizing cigarettes headed for Indian smoke shops.
We're more than happy at any time to sit down with the Yakima Nation, their tribal leadership, to talk about any and all issues of concern to it and the state of Washington. But we must enforce the law, and the law right now says that untaxed cigarettes cannot be sold and must be seized.
Locke also met with some Lower Valley city leaders today to discuss their concerns about the tax. 2 major distributors in Yakima have stopped delivering alcohol to 45 businesses and 3 private clubs on the reservation. The state has also stopped supplying its liquor stores in Toppenish and Wapato. Locke was in Yakima today for a Cherry convention.
That he was. He spoke at the Cherry Institution convention in Yakima. Governor Locke talked to growers and industry leaders about the need to expand cherry markets overseas. Our Gary Sable was there.
The Cherry Institute is held every year to give growers new information on research and development of their fruit. Governor Gary Locke was this year's headline speaker. B.J. Thurlby with Northwest Cherry Growers says there's a lot of respect and appreciation for the governor from growers in the state.
He's done a lot for us. I mean, he's gone on several trade missions and he's talked cherries freely in several different countries.
The governor talked about migrant worker housing, farm water runoff, and cherry exports. Locke says he enjoys promoting Washington cherries in his travels.
And I'm very, very proud to market and showcase our incredibly superior Washington fruits to the people of Taiwan, Japan, and China, and Mexico.
Nearly 500 people attended the event, the largest turnout ever for the convention. Thirlby says it's important for orchardists to keep learning about how to improve their fruit. He says this will help Washington farmers compete in a global market.
If we can produce the best product, maybe not necessarily the low-cost product, but the best product, we're going to have an opportunity in the future to be able to sell our product anywhere.
In Yakima, I'm Gary Sable reporting.
A former Seattle man is the latest convicted sex offender to move to Yakima. 39-year-old Pedro Sanchez Jr. was convicted of child molestation and burglary in King County in 1996. The Seattle Police Department refers to him as a peeping Tom who is considered at high risk to reoffend. Sanchez victims are all female, ranging in age from 12 years to adulthood. He now lives in the 300 block of Poplar Avenue in Yakima.
Well, tight budgets won't result in cutbacks in methadone treatments for heroin addicts in Yakima County. We warn our viewers that some of the following video is graphic. Judy Newland, supervisor of addiction treatment services at Central Washington Comprehensive Mental Health, says the number of methadone treatment slots will remain the same this year, and that's good news.
If we didn't have a program in Yakima, we would probably see a large increase in crime.
There are an estimated 800 heroin users in Yakima County. 120 are receiving methadone daily to reduce the craving for opiates and withdrawal symptoms. That's twice the number receiving treatment just 2 years ago. Newland blames an increase in heroin usage.
Heroin is much more accessible, it's cheaper to buy, and therefore people are buying it or experimenting with it.
Those receiving treatment are placed in a structured program involving counseling and frequent testing. Methadone dosage is determined by amount and length of drug usage. Needles used to inject the drugs take their toll physically. Some new clients seeking help require hospitalization. The effects of opiate addiction creates a hard population to treat, and there's no short-term fix. 2 of Newland's clients have been on methadone for 10 years. But it can be years before drug abusers seek help.
Many of the people that we see are so sick and tired of their addiction. They're physically ill, their lifestyles are chaotic, their families are falling apart, they're losing their jobs. Issues like that bring them to us.
Newland says the methadone treatment program enjoys about a 65% success rate. That translates into less crime and drug usage. And Newland adds it's an uphill battle to escape the physical and mental effects of long-term opiate addiction.
Still to come tonight, it's rodeo time. We'll take you live to the Sundome.
And one Lower Valley community has had its name in the national spotlight a number of times frequently. We'll take you there and find out why.
At the Bon Marché, and good night, sleep the night away. The sky stars are bright. Get a new mattress, you can go away.
The Bon Marché has been delivering excellent service, quality, and prices for over 100 years. And during the year-end mattress sale, find the lowest price of the season on a quality Serta, Simmons, Sealy, or Stearns & Foster mattress. Sunday is your last chance to save 10 to 50% on the entire stock of mattresses at the Bon Marché.
Get a new mattress, you can go away.
If you've been putting off buying a newer used car or truck, the wait is over. Get to Valley Ford now for the tax reduction. The tax is history. Now's the best time to buy an all-new 2000 Focus. $12,732 or just $199 a month. A 2000 Taurus, $17,871 or $269 a month. A 2000 F-150 Super Cab 4x4, $23,940 or $349 a month. And the tax has been axed on over 200 used cars, trucks, and sport utilities. There's never been a better time to buy. The tax reduction on now. Valley Ford, Yakima.
Now this is something to get excited about.
Meet me where the summer's just around the bend. Meet me at the Dairy Queen, where the feeling never ends. Meet me at DQ.
If you're into cheeseburgers, Dairy Queen's the place to be. It's a cheeseburger lover's celebration. Right now you can get 2 deluxe cheeseburgers for only $2. Or hey, how about 2 deluxe double cheeseburgers for only $3? When it comes to hot stuff, it's gotta be DQ today.
Meet me at DQ.
Only one location in the Pacific Northwest has the $39 acquisition disposal. Steve Hahn, Volkswagen, Audi, Suzuki, first in Meade. The official drop zone for the Department of Vehicle Acquisitions. Disposal of bank repossessions, lease and rental returns. Like this 96 Ford Windstar, Kelly Blue Book of $12,000. Steve's price just $79.93. You save $4,000. Or a 96 Honda Accord. Steve's price $89.47. Save $2,400. Over 150 more to choose from. Pick your vehicle, pick your savings. At Steve Hahn, first in Meade.
They're paving the road to academic success.
Construction of LaSalle High School is moving right along. The road to the school in Union Gap is in, and crews are busy working on the foundation. Development Chair Tom Sovey says thanks to a mild winter, construction is moving along rapidly. The facility will be ready for students this September. The building will be able to accommodate 250 students and staff. Sovey says the campus is arranged so they can easily add more space if need be. More than 150 students will enter the new facility this coming fall.
Is it something in the water? It seems like every year someone or something brings national attention to the city of Sunnyside. KIMA's Craig Galbraith has our story.
The famous city. When you stop to think about it, the community of 12,000 has made national news an extraordinary amount of times, considering its size. The upcoming birth of triplets to a woman in her 50s is only the latest in a series of events to make national headlines. Sunnyside may be best known for one of the nation's first women to go into space, Bonnie Dunbar, but there are many more. Only 3 years ago, people across the country saw believers flock to road signs along the Yakima Valley Highway. They thought they were seeing the image of the Virgin Mary. We asked people in Sunnyside why they think it's all happened in their town.
Must be just the great community of Sunnyside. People want to know all about it.
Great people. It just happens.
That's all there is to it?
That's
great people.
It's great people.
Interesting people, too.
Interesting, great, you bet.
But we're far from done. Last year, a girl who placed a giant scarlet letter A in her yard as a symbol of her father's alleged adultery played on TV screens across America. In 1998, a city councilman gave his thoughts on a controversial Mexican Independence Day celebration on a national radio talk show.
We are having a very good time because most of the time we don't see nothing wrong. And I think that we are living very good in Sunnyside.
I think it's very good. Yeah. And it's pretty good for everybody.
I asked a woman earlier if she thought it was something in the water.
Well, it could be in the taverns, maybe. I don't know about the water.
CBS News came to Sunnyside a couple of times in the 90s, once to highlight small-town gang life, the other to recognize it as part of its Class of 2000 series. And then there's the one Sunnyside would most like to forget. Phil Donahue aired the story of a teen who claimed he was the victim of a mop handle rape by his wrestling teammates.
We actually see things from Sunnyside when we lived in New Hampshire, you know, and then we came back here, and it's kind of strange, a little town getting all that recognition.
And 10 years ago, the unique lighted farm implement parade made it on the CBS Morning News. Bottom line, for better or worse, Sunnyside just seems to draw attention to itself year after year. In Sunnyside, I'm Craig Galbraith reporting.
A famous town.
Take a little of the bad with the good,
That's right.
Lots of good out of Sunnyside. Well, the weather wasn't too bad today either.
It was not bad at all. Not a lot of sunshine, but pretty mild temperatures. Mike McCabe's in for Stu Seibel with our forecast next.
We want more home for our money. Let us show you our full house, the Palm Harbor Full House.
See the Full House special at Palm Harbor Village. For just $4.99 a month, get a GE side-by-side refrigerator, built-in microwave, self-cleaning range, pot scrubber dishwasher, washer, dryer, upright freezer, even a fireplace, all included for just $4.99 a month.
And there's room for the whole family.
Palm Harbor Homes, more home for your money.
So right in front of the client, he blurts out, I forgot
my pink Angora sweater. All I did was toss it in with the leftover tuna casserole. Let's whip up some of those yummy
galvanized nails. Ship them out overnight along with the
77 little stink bugs in a sock.
Nobody knows the way people talk around here better than U.S. Cellular, which is why nobody can put you in a better calling plan.
Daddy, what's a stink bug?
U.S. Cellular, the way people talk around here.
Only one legendary automotive sales event can match the excitement of the biggest year on earth. Lasting into the millennium, the 14th annual garage sale, exclusively at Hahn Motor Company, 1201 South 1st. Over 250 cars, trucks, vans, 4x4s, and sports utility. On 2 levels and 70-degree comfort with truly the century's lowest prices posted. Up to $6 grand off 99 closeouts. Rebates up to $1,500. 10 lending institutions offered for great financing. Vehicles starting at just $499. Top dollar per your trade, no matter how much is owed. You've waited for lower license tabs and maybe to see if the world would come to an end. Stop it and get to the garage sale at Hahn Motor Company, 1201 South 1st.
Now this is something to get excited about.
Meet me where the summer's just around the bend. Meet me at the Dairy Queen, where the feeling never ends. Meet me at DQ.
If you're into cheeseburgers, Dairy Queen's the place to be. It's a cheeseburger lover's celebration. Right now you can get 2 deluxe cheeseburgers for only $2. Or hey, how about 2 deluxe double cheeseburgers for only $3? When it comes to hot stuff, it's gotta be DQ today.
Meet me at DQ.
On the next, Caroline in the City. You're probably wondering what I'm doing here standing in Caroline's robe.
Makes you feel pretty?
Caroline and Dell.
Don't you think we're rushing things a little bit?
Find out if abstinence makes the heart grow fonder. What, you don't think I can go 2 weeks without sex? Or just plain desperate?
I just need condoms. 1 condom. Just 1. Oh, what? Well, my ship just docked. I'm on leave.
On the next, Caroline in the City.
Friday at 6:30, KIMA.
Well, good evening and welcome. I'm Mike McCabe filling in for Stu Seibel. As we take a look now at our weather, currently outside, not terribly bad for January. Temperature of 36 in Yakima with partly to mostly cloudy conditions right now. We really don't expect any precipitation at all this evening until late tonight on into the early morning hours, and I'll explain in just a moment. Ellensburg at 37 degrees, Sunnyside and Grandview, and Toppenish, as you can see, all in the mid to upper 30s. Now, the winds are calm in the Yakima area at the moment. Humidity at 79%, and our barometer is holding steady at 30.21 inches. Now, today's highs and lows across central Washington, 37 the high in Natchez today. Most areas reporting partly cloudy conditions today. Grandview at 39 with their overnight low of 32. So, not terribly unusual weather today for January, but still a little above normal from where we should be for this time of year. 46 degrees for Seattle, 48 in Portland, mostly cloudy conditions into western Washington. Not a lot of rain today, but that will change as quickly as in about an hour or so as a frontal system is approaching the Pacific Northwest. That will bring rain to western Washington and snow for the Cascade Mountain Range. Now, tonight we're calling for a snow advisory in effect for the Cascades. Now, along with this frontal system is bringing with it some warmer air, so actually the snow level will rise tonight. But right embedded behind this frontal system is some cooler air, kind of a tricky situation. So the snow levels will rise tonight and then drop again tomorrow. So what we will see tonight is cloudy conditions and our best shot of precipitation in the early morning hours, the chance of rain or snow. However, by tomorrow afternoon, things clearing out here, a bit of a break. Breezy conditions for central Washington. The next storm system right behind that colder air mass, this is the one that is really expected to bring the snow for the Cascade Mountain Range. In fact, we expect that there will be a winter storm watch in effect for the Cascade Mountain Range for tomorrow night. And we could be talking about 12 to 18 inches of snow. Now, those of us here in central Washington, we can expect partly cloudy conditions tomorrow with another chance of precipitation late tomorrow night, and then some unsettled weather for the remainder of the work week. Now, across the U.S., the Northwest, seeing pretty much most of the active weather across the U.S. The Gulf is picking up some moisture into Texas, bringing some scattered showers. In the Northeast, seeing some rain as well as the northern plains. But the nation's midsection, pretty quiet. And overall, you'll have to ask yourself perhaps the question, where is winter? We really haven't seen it overall across the U.S. Temperatures still very mild for January. Look at these temperatures into the 50s. Normally, a lot of these areas seeing snow. Now, tonight we expect mostly cloudy conditions with a chance of rain or snow. Overnight lows below freezing. Winds variable at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tomorrow morning, we do expect partly cloudy conditions and breezy with a morning temperature of 36. And tomorrow, midday, 41, partly cloudy conditions. It will be breezy, and then clouds will increase by tomorrow night with a daytime or an overnight low of 31, chance of rain and or snow, breezy conditions, and then we will see a better chance of rain and or snow mix for the first part of your work week. So overall, we're really not going to see the effects of all these storm systems. That will be restricted to western Washington and the mountain passes. Right now, it looks pretty good. However, by tonight, it could get a little tricky, but tomorrow night is when the real big storm is expected to hit, bringing over a foot of snow possible.
Whoa. So take your time if you're traveling over to the west side, huh?
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks a lot,
Thanks, Mike.
You bet.
Horse lovers throughout central Washington are tonight mourning the loss of Paul Hardin, a well-known Findlay horse trainer. He drowned yesterday in the Columbia River near Findlay after his horse panicked and threw him. He and his family moved to the area from Georgia 4 years ago. They started the Triple J Ranch, where they boarded and trained horses. The ranch was Hardin's dream, and it was just starting to get off the ground. His 3 teenage sons intend to keep his dream alive. A memorial fund has been established for the family at Sterling Savings Bank.
The southbound lanes of I-5 near Marysville were closed for almost 5 hours this morning after a small plane tried to land on the freeway. The Washington State Patrol says the pilot who died in the crash had stolen the plane and was wanted on an arrest warrant for delivering dangerous drugs. No drugs were found in the plane. The plane apparently had lost power. It clipped some power lines, flipped upside down, and came to rest under an overpass. Amazingly, no cars were hit. The dead man is identified as 45-year-old Randy Lee Itry of Snohomish.
And a few people may be flipping down at the Sundome.
That's right. Look at Alan Sillence, all geared up for the rodeo. Take it away.
We're having some fun here tonight. Would you believe 300 cowboys and cowgirls here this weekend? Rocket with a rodeo. We're going to talk about that back here live after the timeout.
It's a fact. A Whopper from Burger King has 40 grams of fat. It's also a fact that Subway has 7 sandwiches with 6 grams of fat or less. That's a difference of 34 grams of fat. To burn that fat off, you could do 1,785 jumping jacks, row 3.86 miles, climb 2,249 stairs, or just come to Subway for one of these great-tasting sandwiches. Subway, it's the way a sandwich should be.
Across the ocean in Dublin, Ireland, the land where time was born and the millennium begins. Dublin Worldwide Productions presents Spirit of the Dance, the New Millennium. This powerful show is truly the new spirit of Irish dance.
Call the box office or get your tickets online at capitaltheater.org.
If you're in the market for a quality new or used car or truck, Pingree Motor Company has it. And when you buy from Pingree Motor Company, you're getting over 70 years of reliability and service in every car they sell. Pingree sales team is ready to help you get the best deal in a car or truck. The buyers at Pingree Motor Company have been busy. The selection of both new and used vehicles is at its best. And the huge selection means great low prices. So come on out to Pingree Motor Company in Selah.
We're overstocked, and Bob says, sell it. Sell it all. We've got table lamps from just $14. Yes, $14. It's a sellout with incredible prices on sofas and love seats, swivel rockers, table sets, and 5-drawer chests, dinette sets, and more. All at unbelievable prices. So call your friends, call your neighbors, because it's all got to go. And when they're gone, they're gone.
Home furnishings.
This portion of the news is brought to you by your local Dodge dealer.
Hello there, welcome back. Yakima Sun Kings trying to hang on to first place in the CBA National Conference, living out of those suitcases again. The first of 4 on the road tonight at Sioux Falls. How are they doing against the Skyforce? So far, so good. Yakima up by 13 in the third quarter. We'll have the final score for you tonight at 11. You know, Sonics, they're feeling pretty good about themselves after taking 2 in Texas from San Antonio and Houston. But boy, what a confidence builder it would be tomorrow night if they could take care of the Lakers, the high-flying Lakers in first place in the Pacific. At the key last night, Washington Huskies going against UCLA, the 24th ranked Bruins. Dion Luton up for 2 of his 24 there. Back come the Bruins the other way. Not about to give up this one easily, trying to slam the Huskies out of there. But Dion gets it back in the corner, saying, not in our borrowed house, and knocks down the 3. 3 seconds left to go in this game. UCLA with 2 cracks at it, trying to go for the tying 3. First one misses, the second one goes, but it is not going to be good because they ruled Jason Capano's toe on the line, so it's only good for 2 points. So Washington on top by 1 at the end. A huge upset victory for the Huskies. A conference opening sweet start for the Dogs. How about a wild one last night at Wapato? Girls from Natchez beating the Wolves. And then the guys, a battle of the unbeatens. Adrian Valdez for the pack to Paul Arenboll. Yes, Wapato coming back from 10 down in the second to take the lead. The Rangers answer, not pretty, but Brad Bader gets the job done in the paint. And then how about a little shake and bake Wapato style? Adolph Garza drills it. This is a great battle. The Rangers, though, pull away for a big CWAC win on the road. You know, it is playoff weekend for the Seahawks. Money time. Ricky Waters and the guys, they are all ready for the Dolphins.
The playoffs is different. It is different, and I like that when Mike came in there, he said it's going to be different. Same thing that I said all year long. He puts it where it really is. He doesn't try to sugarcoat things or anything like that, and I think that's what makes him the coach that he is. He said, hey, you know, this is going to be different. This is the playoffs. You got to put everything to the side. With anything that you might be thinking or any lingering thoughts of the season, put that all to the side, because basically you play the season to get to the postseason. We're here. Doesn't matter how we got here. People say backed in, did all that. I don't care. We fell in. Doesn't matter. We're in here, and we have just as much of a chance to win this whole thing as anybody else in it. And
there you go. Hawks and the Dolphins here on KIMA Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock. One baseball note. The Mariners missed out on signing free agent pitcher Aaron Seeley, the former Washington State grad, signing a 4-year deal with the Orioles. Well, back to business here. Rodeo time. We want to welcome to Yakima Mr. Chad Nicholson, voice of this year's rodeo. Welcome to town, sir.
Thank you. Proud to be here.
You ready to have some fun?
Absolutely. We hope the people coming in tonight are, because I know we are.
What's going to happen tonight?
Well, it is the 7 standard events of Pro Rodeo, PRCA Rodeo, the first rodeo of the millennium this year for us. And we're proud to be here in Yakima. I understand, this is my first year here, I understand that Yakima is full of rowdy people. Is that right?
We've got a lot of rowdy people. A little quiet right now, a little subdued, but by 7 o'clock, 7:30, get a couple of those Pepsis in them, and they're ready to go. We have a special deal. Oh, there it is. There's my hand. It's wallet night, Chad. What's going on with the wallets tonight?
Well, the first 1,000 people that come in here tonight will receive a wallet. Inside this wallet could be $500.
There you go.
So what a deal.
Can't miss that.
No, not at all. And it's brought to you by yours truly at your TV station, so we're proud to have it.
We like that.
How about that?
You're a newcomer here this year. Of course, you've been around the business a little bit. Rodeo announcer, a very integral part. What's that word? Integral part.
Integral.
There you go.
There you go.
Of the rodeo. Tell us a little bit about your background.
Well, my background is I was a contestant and for 9 years, and then came on as an announcer about 10 years ago, and found out it was a lot safer holding a microphone than it was a bareback rigging, and being guaranteed a check is always nice. And it's just fun. I mean, you get the atmosphere, and of course, it's kind of up to me to educate and inform the rodeo fans, and of course, set the tone of the atmosphere. And I mean, if you're coming out tonight expecting a traditional type rodeo, you're not going to see it. I mean, we're gonna do our best to blow the roof off this place.
There you go. Horses, bulls. What do you like? The whole thing?
I like it all. I like it all.
Thank you, senor.
Thank you,
Welcome
sir.
to town.
Hey, glad
to
be
you later.
Here.
There you go. We'll have all of rodeo highlights. A lot of hoop tonight too. Tara, get on those Wranglers and boots. We'll see you out here a little later.
Oh, you know it. That announcer's got a good rodeo voice, huh?
I'll say he does. All right. Thanks, Alan. Well, rodeo fans are sure to be impressed with the novelty show at the Sun Dome in Yakima this weekend. Leon and Vicki Adams have been performing for years together, and during their shows, their horses march, bow, dance, and do plenty of other tricks.
Well, it's entertaining, and then we're horse lovers, and we also ranch in Oklahoma. We have a ranch.
Leon, you see, is from Oklahoma, and Vicki was born and raised in Toppenish. She says it's neat performing in the valley because she knows a lot of the people.
It's really more exciting to perform in your home area because, well, so many people have seen you when you're a little girl growing up, and they know you and they can kind of relate, and it kind of puts a little more pressure on you, really.
Now you can see the Adams Act at the All-Pro Rodeo running through the weekend at the Sun Dome.
There's a lot more coming up tonight. You better check your credit card statements. Turns out a Y2K glitch means folks are getting double billed. Plus, from short order cook to multimillionaire, we'll tell you about one man's lottery ticket, and the work of some local high school students is on display. A special gallery opening we'll take you to tonight. Thanks for joining us.
See you a little later.